Welcome to People. I'm Shirley Lin. My guest today is Lisa Wang, Wang Liren, who's a Taiwanese celebrity, and she does a whole lot of things. You know, she hosts TV programs, she hosts events programs. She was and is probably still an actress. But anyway, it's amazing how I get to meet her today and hear about her story and her life. So she's been back in Taiwan 14 years, and actually probably her mother tongue is English more so than Chinese, since she's been in the States since 7 years old,
yes,
right?
Yes, about 7.
Right. So here's Lisa.
Hi, my name is Lisa, Wang Liren. Nice to meet you guys.
All right. You know, I'm amazed because I have seen you on, Taiwan's TV programs, and I never thought that you're more fluent in your English than your Chinese.
Yes, I know. I think I've kept that a secret for some reason because, like as an ABC, you don't want people here to think you're an ABC because it's very different culture, and when I first came back, I feel like, people see ABCs differently, and I want really to fit in with the crowd. So then I'm very low-key about who I am, where I'm from, just to fit in, and nobody knew, actually, I grew up from the States.
Wow, I didn't even know. So you moved to the States because of your father's job? Or?
No, just my family were immigrated there when I was 7.
All right, okay,
yeah.
Great. And you graduated from Barnard College and Columbia University, majoring in English?
Yes, English major.
English major, all right, very typical. But, it's interesting how you ended up back here in Taiwan, which you didn't think 14 years ago.
Yes. If I knew I was going to come back to Taiwan, I think I would have learned Chinese a lot better when I was growing up. But, as a kid, you just feel like you're never going to come back to Taiwan. I don't need to learn Chinese. So I was a really bad student. And I feel really bad about that right now.
Oh, but at least, you've kind of polished up on your Chinese these 14 years you've been back, right?
Yes, definitely. And when I was younger, my dad was saying, you're Chinese, you need to know your roots. You got to learn Chinese. But I guess as a teenager, you really didn't want to listen to your parents. But as you grew older, you realize how important it is to know your roots. So then after I came back, I actually learned a lot of my Chinese from my acting.
Ah. That's right. Now that could have been hard because I know how my Chinese is that I'm better at speaking it,
right?
But reading it makes me sound like a foreigner, a total foreigner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. So now that you're back, and it's quite by accident that you're back here because at the time you were just with your ex-boyfriend and you came back to Taiwan, sort of like on his business trip or so.
Well, no, just because I guess he wanted to check out Taiwan, and I've never been back after we immigrated over to the States. So I figured, okay, after college, let's check out Taiwan, this place that I was born in, but I'm not familiar with.
Right.
And that's why I'm back.
But that was moving back to Taiwan?
No, we were just going to be here for a year. We were just going to check out this place.
Oh, a year? That's a long time.
Yes, a year now turned into 14 years.
Yeah, so you never went back after that?
No, of course I did.
Oh, you did?
I went back every year and every other year. But in the recent years, I haven't had a chance to go back because my family's here. I've been too busy. I go to China a lot these days, so.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was that you were just accompanying your friend then to some kind of casting, and then the people there asked if you wanted to go along and cast yourself, like an audition too.
Well, the story was I actually went with a friend to a casting, and it was for a magazine called Men's Uno. It's a pretty popular magazine here.
It is.
For guys. And they're looking for good-looking guys. My friend is a good-looking guy, and then I was just there because his Chinese wasn't very good, and you always needed support. So the editor actually saw me, and then they're like, okay, do you want to do this photo shoot with us? We're going to Kending. And I was like, me? Because I'm really petite. I don't have the height to be a model, but I guess he thought I fit the part,
I guess you got the face for it.
Maybe, but he got 2 guy models who are like 6 feet tall. So they're like a head taller than me, but it didn't matter, I guess, for print. So for print, they can actually get different shots from different angles. So it looks good. And that's how my career in modeling in Taiwan took off.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that they took shots so that you would look taller than you actually are.
Well, I mean, for print ads and for magazine shoots, you actually can't tell if somebody is way shorter. It's not catwalk. Catwalk, you have to be tall to fit the clothes. But for print, it's okay. You know, if something is too long, you kind of just, you know, taper it or do something with it. It's all about the angle and the way the photographer takes the picture. And as long as your proportion is good, it's fine. So I guess I have pretty good proportion that even though I'm not too tall, it's okay.
Got it. And your parents felt fine with you going to showbiz, so to speak?
Not in the beginning, because as all Asian parents, they don't really want their kids to get into entertainment. They feel something that's more stable is to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Yes, that's very typically Taiwanese parents.
Yes.
Mine too, yes.
So they were very surprised that I actually got into this entertainment industry. I was too. I never thought I was going to get into this industry because this is something I'm very unfamiliar with.
Yeah. But then you did some acting.
Yes, I started off as an actress. I still am. I just choose my parts very wisely these days.
Oh, really? Okay. So you're doing mostly travel programs, is that right?
I do a variety of stuff.
Okay.
Because actually, the way I look, people don't think that I would like to travel. This is how Taiwanese people, they see me, they think I'm a princess. Because I look very girly, but growing up in the States, we're all very independent. So I truly believe in the saying that you cannot judge a person by the cover, right? So, you cannot judge a book by its cover.
Right.
That's the saying.
Right.
Because I look this way, but deep down inside, I'm something else.
Yeah.
So I really like to go to different places and to show people different things, to experience different things, things that normally people wouldn't want to do. I mean, normally I may not want to do myself either because it's really hard work. But I want to share with people an experience they might not have.
So what are you talking about when you're talking about those things you might not even necessarily want to do?
Well,
like climbing
usually, yeah,
mountains?
right, you know, going
scuba
to
diving?
Well, those are things that people actually would want to do sometime when they go on vacation. But for the travel shows that I did, we probably would go to a place that's not as well off as where we are right now. And it's not a vacation destination that you will want to plan if you are to plan a trip with your friends or family. Because you go to places that are just really full of hardship. But by going to those places, you actually see how people in the world are living. And you see how lucky you are to have what you have. And you appreciate everything a lot more.
Right. You're talking about Cambodia and Vietnam, right? Because you've been to those places, in fact, for your travel program.
Yes, I was lucky enough that last year I did a travel program. It's called Adventures. In Chinese, it's 惊奇大冒险. So it's actually full of amazing adventures, actually. Adventures that you would never have if, I would never have if I didn't have a chance to host this show.
Yeah. Because I believe we're both, well, no, actually, you're not a city girl. I am. So
I'm a city girl. I grew up in the city.
Right, but then considering that you're able to host those kind of programs and then climb a tree or climb a mountain, you would do those things, right?
Yeah, that's because I think it's an experience that is very rare, and then we should open up to different things. Otherwise, we're just going to be in this, you know, glass menagerie, which is just very sad.